I love my dad was texting me. He wanted to bring our wedding gift this weekend.
Okay, okay.
I don't know what it is. We'll see.
Good. Sounds exciting. All right. What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno, and I'm here with my guy JAVE. What's going on, sir?
What's popping? What's popping?
Not much, man. We got a lot going on in the hip hop realm right now, as of lately, man.
Love it. I love it.
Um, you know what? I'm trying to think. Topic wise, what we can get in. You know, we can get into the we can get into the shits early.
All right.
Um, it looks like that the West Coast and the internet is not allowing this Drake and Kendrick feud to die down at all.
They said it's up. They said it's up.
It's like it's like right when it's about to die down, there's a new comment, there's a new celeb response. As of lately, we've got the man Lupe Fiasco. To me, who's not normally that verbal, but on this particular take, we're getting Lupe's opinion in this Drake and Kendrick feud. And the crazy thing to me is I've kind of had the same disposition as Lupe Fiasco regarding this Drake and Kendrick beef. I guess I mean this actually let's just call it the Lupe and Kendrick beef. Jay, how do you looking into the situation? What's your opinion? Like just going into this.
Um, well, I respect Drake a lot. Because of apparently Lupe wanted Drake to purchase a lot of the hip hop artifacts that are left in the game.
Are you saying he was for it, or are you
Yeah, he
saying
was for it. He wanted Drake to do it, and a lot of people hate Drake for that. They're seeing something wrong because he's doing it to a lot of his enemies, I think. But collecting these hip hop artifacts and keeping them in the culture to me is a respectable thing, and I love it.
is he the culture? They're saying he's not the culture as
Drake is the
well
culture
too.
to me. I mean, if he's not the culture to you, you know what I mean? You can debate it, you know what I mean, till you blue in the face. That could be that person's opinion. But I got Drake in the culture. He's been in the culture for a long time. You know, they try to take him out the culture because he beefing with Kendrick, but you know, it is what it is. But nah. Um, so I appreciate it. The people that have a problem with him buying these artifacts need to have a problem with the people that don't own they own stuff.
Mm.
They were talking about him owning Pharrell's chains, but why doesn't Pharrell own Pharrell's chains?
Obviously, he doesn't give a damn about his chains if they on the market.
Or he might not have been able to afford to keep them.
Ooh,
You know,
I take, I take.
I mean,
I don't know about that one, but
what you don't think it's possible for Pharrell to have a couple bad months and have to sell a few things to keep himself afloat? That's just impossible to think.
I mean, the man gets
You,
the.
hey. Before you go into chapter 11, you have to auction off a few things. That's all I'm saying. You know, hey, you know,
I can't deny it. I just don't believe it. I
I,
don't believe your statement. I can't. There's no
hey,
proof for me to say that you're
okay.
wrong, but I just don't believe it.
Have you seen any of Jay-Z's items up for auction?
They're in the museum.
Have you seen them up for auction?
No. Reasonable doubt is that has an upcoming auction.
That's Dame Dash's portion of it. And what is
Uh,
Dame Dash? And
yeah.
where's Dame Dash financially right now?
Okay,
See what
okay.
I'm saying? There's only a certain bracket of people who are auctioning off the things of value to them. So, hey, and that ain't no dig on Pharrell. I like Pharrell, but I know we know what the play is. You know, you were in a drought, you had to float, you did what you had to do. But don't be mad at the other person for buying it. He might have liked all that shit, or he might not have liked it. Either way, you know, you control your own destiny.
I just, I mean, I feel like the internet and media itself is trying to jaw rule Drake,
Yeah,
and credentially Drake. It's going to be very hard to do. I don't think that the world will have much to say if Mark Scarelli bought these artifacts. if a regular rich Arabian guy, I think any other person in this world, if they were to get these artifacts, they wouldn't give two fucks.
The dude that was the dude that had the AIDS cure.
Yeah, that's him.
On the
Yeah,
Wu-Tang album,
really.
nobody gave a fuck.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Had the Carter 5 in his car, had the Wu-Tang album, had the unreleased Tupac songs.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a problem, but you know that's the thing. Lately, it's been a problem when Drake do it. You know,
But at first I thought this was going to harm Drake, which and to be honest with you, all it's doing is keeping his name parent. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna have a hot take. Kendrick wouldn't have a mural if it wasn't for Drake.
Charlie wouldn't.
Kendrick may not have got the whole West Coast behind him and brought all the hoods together in the West Coast for that moment for the pop out if it wasn't for Drake.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, to go back on to Lupe Fiasco, my real take on this on Lupe and Kendrick's, I wouldn't call it a beef. I think it's actually it's very competitive. Like it's like sensei to master. Kendrick, Lupe is the original Kendrick.
Okay.
I mean across the board to me, presence wise, deliveries are different from each other. Kendrick's more rap style of an Eminem than he is of a Lupe, but subject matter and presence, I would say he's more Lupe-esque.
Not mad at that.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know, Kendrick has had a lot of energy for Drake, but he hasn't had any energy for the lyricist that's went after him.
I'm not mad at that either.
So I think if he I mean, I'm gonna ask you, is being the best being the most popular, or is it being popular and the best lyricist? What would it, how could, you know, because right now people want to give Kendrick God MC, best MC in the game. And
I'm gonna be honest with you. In my mind, when I first came to hip hop as a child, and I remember hearing the term MC. MC was move the crowd. And I think that aspect of rap is a lot of people take it for granted. A lot of people are very good lyricists, but don't know how to move the crowd. So I don't think necessarily Kendrick moves the crowd as much as Drake does. Might be a great lyric. Like when you go down a list of MCs, I think that's what makes Hove.
What up, Parker? It's all good. Just tune in with us and hit that like button.
Yeah, I think Hove, I think Wayne, they move the crowd. You know what I'm saying? When them hits come on, the crowd moves. They wave their arms. They know the lyrics. They know the bars. They're not just good lyricists. And I think that is one of the biggest differences between a great MC and a good rapper. Because you can be a lyricist, but if you don't have a personality and you don't move the crowd, it's a lot different.
I would honestly say that Kendrick Lamar can move the crowd.
Okay. I'm not saying he can't, but I don't think he does it better than Drake. Or more, or as frequently. Well, I don't think he has a hit list longer than Drake's.
Do you think Kendrick's going to be able to get his same acknowledgement he had prior to Drake of his music, or do you think he's always going to be associated with anything that Drake does? Will Drake be a part of everything that Kendrick does from here and now
on? Right now, yes. Before, no. I think before he had his own catalog and he had his own set of fans, but I think now a lot of people in the masses are going to think that they're going to tie those two together, you know?
Because I mean, let's just say Drake takes a break. Drake doesn't respond to this anymore. Will Kendrick's career still be at this high pivotal moment if he's not talking about Drake?
I think we'll see. I'm not totally absolutely sure. I think his next piece will be successful because I think the marketing has already been done. So I think he's gonna have a lot of dick riders anyway right now, and so he kind of gained those fans through the beef. So I think he'll be successful point on, but um, I'm anxious to see. We'll see.
Yeah,
But I think he's going to be successful. I think people are just going to be riding with a cause or a movement at this point, not necessarily the music.
yeah. I mean, he's definitely an he's definitely an extraordinary talent. It's kind of it kind of amazes me when it comes to hip hop, and especially leading singles that get people like up there into fandomship and becoming phenomenons. It always takes a song that's not even their best songs.
Yeah.
That you know, like the every hip hop artist ever in hip hop, their highest selling grossing song was never their best song.
Yeah.
Wayne and Lollipop.
Oh, Hard Knock Life, you know. Yeah.
50 Cent. You know, I mean, the list goes on. List goes on and on.
Yeah.
So I mean, he wouldn't be too much different in that particular situation.
Yeah, and this Drake and Kendrick shit is paying a lot of people bills right now. The Schoolboy Q's, the DJ Heads, the Mustards, a lot of people over there are collecting the check, just being involved, or just speaking on, or just being around. It's giving them a lot of views, a lot of importance. You know, people trying to sell their shows, you know, because they sided with one and didn't side with the other. So that's a big thing to me right now.
I can see that. But so we're gonna move on to our next topic after this. So your man's J. Cole has a rumored diss track on his upcoming album.
Hey, Cold World.
Dissing Kanye.
You know what I mean? Shout out Cole. I'm not disrespecting J. Cole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get in your bag and talk bad about J. Cole. I love J. Cole is my guy. I fuck with Cole. Cole heavy. You know what I mean? So Cole World. Now say what you want to say about J. Cole. And then I'm gonna, go ahead, my guy.
I'm gonna keep it a solid buck with you, my friend. I think J. Cole should shut the fuck up like he been shutting the fuck up. You can't pick and choose when you want to talk about somebody. You sucker. Stay on your bike. Talk about your finances. Talk about society. Talk about student loan debt. Talk about everything else, but I don't want to hear you talk about another artist at all.
All right. I'm going to keep it a buck. All right. I'm going to give J. Cole this pass on the Kendrick shit because he said that he didn't have no real beef with Kendrick. And so he didn't want to go down that rabbit hole that Drake went down. Now.
He didn't want to battle. He didn't want to go into a battle rap to prove his freaking bars. He want to go bar for bar with these niggas.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think if it would have been bar for bar, I think J. Cole would have participated because he already did. He dropped everything that week. But the fact that I think J. Cole probably talked to both of them and realized this is about to get muddy, muddy.
Right. That's okay.
He might not have been wanting to get into the mud with them niggas.
Doesn't J. Cole produce his own music?
Yeah.
What the fuck does Kanye have to do with him?
Well, apparently, years ago, J. Cole dropped a song called False Prophets. And in a lot of the second and third verse, it was talking about a rapper who felt as if he was a god and he was better than other people and he was going back on all the words that he said originally. He's a sellout. And a lot of people...
That's Kanye.
Yeah.
Period.
So there's been tension, as they say. There's been tension.
I see why he get along with Kendrick. They clout chasers.
Nah. He said, he said he just dropped it because that's how he felt or whatever. But he didn't say his name. But Kanye is one to smoke with him ever since that came out. So that's technically to me a real beef. So if he got something towards Ye,
ain't got nothing to do with J. Cole.
No, what I'm saying, Kanye just dissed him.
I'm glad Kanye dissed him. I mean, what the hell? What's the point in J. Cole making a song like that? They don't have no business together because he's disappointed.
Together. They was all Rockefeller. They was all Rock Nation, Live Nation. They know each other. These niggas see each other. They walk in the office and talk all at the same time.
You know what? I get it. Because you know what this moment reminds me of?
What's up?
My big brother was Big's brother. Used to be
that might be true, but let me tell you something.
But you know what? Kanye did the same thing to Jay-Z.
But let me tell you something.
So then J. Cole's returning the favor for Jay-Z by doing the same thing to Kanye?
Let me tell you something though. Them two niggas ain't brothers.
there was a point in time where they
were. No, it wasn't. J. Cole is Hove's brother. He not Ye's brother.
But okay, I got you. Yeah, okay, you can put it that way. That's a thing.
Niggas that I'm cool with that you not cool with. That's your friend, nigga. That's how you look at it. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That tension, that rivalry, they all in the same building. That don't mean they fuck with each other. And if you Kanye and you watched your career go the way that he went, and as soon as Hove was finished with you, who did he pick up and move the baton with? Tension. You see what I'm saying? So, because you can honestly say that Hove moved on from dealing with Kanye and Rihanna and moved to a place where he was working with Meek Mill and Cole. And successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think when Ye was over here on this red hat, Donald Trump make America great again, my white wife, you know what I'm saying? Hove was over here signing Cole to great deals for ownership and bailing Meek Mill out of prison and putting them in rooms with billionaires. He wasn't doing that for Ye.
All right. Look. I want to add on as well to the conversation and topic. Kanye was kind of was influenced by Dame Dash and Jay-Z as far as business and creation. Not saying, but also still acknowledging Kanye for being a creator himself. Yeah. But I like right now, I don't wish I'm not trying to manifest this on him, but I'm seeing signs of some Dame Dash type shit going on. Now he may not be able to go. He might not descend down the way Dame Dash had been with his order of businesses with other people. Quite simply because Kanye West is way more powerful of a presence for companies and endorsements and being the faces of them. To whereas Dame was so solo dolo himself. Once his own personal stuff crashed, it's hard to get out of that hole. But it's looking like these ruined relationships with Kanye are not feeding into his ego. And unless he drops something, I don't know if it's going to work out for Kanye.
We'll see. I mean, Kanye is still successful no matter what he do. His last album he dropped with no promotion, no nothing. He still went number one. So it is what it is. I think the Kanye and Cole is spite. I think Cole really just don't fuck with Kanye. He might. A lot of these celebrities, we view them in a certain light, and when they're around each other, they view them in a certain light. So the respect that we have for Kanye and the adoration that we have for Kanye is different from what Cole sees working in the office with this nigga week to week, day to day. You know what I'm saying? He views them as totally something different. You know what I mean? So,
what percentage of this would you call clout chasing? To help. You don't think these rumors and this possibly being a lead single or one of the singles that's going to be released out to the public is not going to help inflate or give him more, make him popular.
No, I think
when he drops his album.
I think these are two people that really don't like each other.
Okay.
When you listen to the Kanye diss on that Future remix, okay, Kanye could have said anything on that song for it to be what it was. He distinguishedly, literally said, "I want Cole." Kanye been beefing with Drake for forever, but he specifically went out of his way to make sure he spoke on Cole because he don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Mm. Like if I line you up in front of 5 people, you can swing on it. You go and search out.
So instead of everybody going after Drake, could this be Cole's decision to say, you know what, let me take care of Kanye? Not saying he's allied with Drake, but
I think that Cole and Kendrick don't have beef. That's literally.
I know that's equal. I'm talking about with Cole going after Kanye. My fault. Going after Kanye.
No, I think Kanye took that shot at him in that remix, and Cole ain't forgot it. He said, "When I get my chance, I'm about to go out there. I'm gonna smoke him." I don't like. It's a difference between somebody saying something about you and you cool with him. That nigga just talking shit. When the nigga you don't fuck with, that know you don't fuck with him, you got to go out there and get him. Make an example. And Cole, he might have to beat. He might, when you run from a fight, you can't show up to the block unless you beat somebody else up. So,
okay. Yeah, that's how I looked at this entire situation. I'm just like, all right, so you ain't gonna get involved. You gonna let Kendrick and Drake have theirs, but then Kanye's still out there. So Kanye and
but I still think it's personal. I still think it's personal.
I guess all of this is personal with all these beats.
Yeah. To an extent. I don't look at it as clout. I don't look at it as numbers. I look at it as I really don't like that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Specifically, you know what I mean? That they say that was the conversation that Cole had with Kendrick and with Drake, and Kendrick was like, "Hey, with you it's just rap, but I don't fuck with him for a specific reason." You know what I'm saying?
Do you think we're gonna get something out of this? Do you think Kanye is gonna have some banner and back and forth, or do you think Cole is just gonna make statements and make a song? It's okay. Do you think he's gonna be disrespecting Kanye in this diss?
I think Cole will put out an album and there will be disses on every single song. Okay. I think there'll be subliminals. I think there'll be shit that's not so subliminal. I think he's going to get at Kanye. I think he's going to clearly get at Kanye.
Well, then shoot.
It won't be a diss song.
Well, perfectly going into another segue to something that's also relative to Big Sean's new album coming out.
He was talking about Kanye. He had a freestyle that dropped. He was on Kanye's neck, and I liked it actually.
And we know, I mean, if anybody doesn't know, it's very obvious that Kanye and Big Sean's relationship is not in good terms.
Nah.
Yeah. If you need reference, you can check out Big Sean's and Kanye's interviews on Drink Champs. Kanye bragged about getting Big Sean to sign a horrible contract, basically calling him stupid and laughing about it. And then Big Sean's like, this is my bro. This is a person I've helped out. We all know Big Sean has pretty much given Kanye several albums of his own, and not to mention has written songs for Kanye. Yeah. So, I mean, quite honestly, to me, this is like a person that's been bullied, that's had enough. I think with the redemption that Big Sean feels for himself, and it's been a while since I've heard Big Sean, I'm really excited for this upcoming album.
Yeah, I think he'll do great. I think Big Sean makes good music. I think major production, major label help changes how you perceive an artist. So all of his albums with major production sound miraculous. And then he has a few albums that were independent that weren't so successful. But this next album coming out sounds very, very good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. The songs that I've heard that's leaked, I definitely enjoyed those. Gave those a nice listen. There's some of those songs that were leaked have open verses on them, So I don't know if he's going to be doing the second verse or if he's going to be picking up, have other artists featured on this. But I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, Big Sean's his most recent last 2 albums, maybe 3, I've liked those projects.
Yeah, not bad lyrically. Like I said, just the major hits.
And I think we need this. 2024 is looking like probably one of the greatest hip hop years as far as albums being released. We got old school and new school. I'm gonna keep it a solid buck. If you guys are looking for a freaking winner this year, I think we can say the winner of 24 so far is going to be between Eminem and Kendrick when it comes to awards. Okay, Eminem's got the numbers, he's got the album. Kendrick has the culture, he's got the gravitation of people behind him right now. But we will see what's to come in the future of this.
I got one more person in that winners list, because we gotta remember where this all started from. That Future album that started all of this in March, I'm putting it up top tier. That one, out of all the albums that dropped this year, hasn't gone out of rotation for me. So
what award are you going to give it though? That's the question.
You can go album of the year.
Album, okay. Song of the year is going to go to Not Like Us. It should.
Not gonna lie, Like That can go up there also.
That's hip hop song.
Yeah.
Now pop song, that's when you get into what the Bad Bunnies and
yeah. So
matter of fact, I think The Weeknd's probably going to win Song of the Year because Weeknd's been been the number one guy for quite some time. Yeah, that held the Billboard down for the first single wise.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see, but I got Future high on that list too.
You know what? I don't have a rebuttal or a debate with you at all regarding Future's album. I thought it was really dope. But you know what? They lost it. They lost their buzz. To him. He stole that shine of that whole album.
He might have. He might have. But I want to say that album still was the top album for 9 or 12 weeks while it was out.
Yeah.
So either way,
Kendrick, this is matter of fact, I'll take my own word back. You are absolutely correct because guess what? Kendrick doesn't have an album.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So Future will be the album. Future will have the album to go up against Eminem's album.
Yeah. I need to look how many weeks was Future's album number one.
We got at least a month. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2.
Mm-hmm. And I want to say that Like That song was number 1 too for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So yeah, and Future had 2 different albums drop number 1 back-to-back weeks. Because he had the first one drop and the second one. So numbers don't lie.
I have no qualms. With that.
We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see.
I'm excited for it. Does Kendrick have to drop his album this year?
Maybe. Yes, no. I don't think Kendrick has to do anything right now. Honestly, what he probably should do is take his time and make sure he puts out a good product, because the next product is going to have to be pivotal in how we judge it. So he should probably make something worth it, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. If he drops a quick dud, he doesn't take his time, the buzz is going to fall off.
I don't think he has to worry about that. I think the only way that this album has a potential chance to flop is if something embarrassing happens.
Well, I don't think that. I think that you have some artists who sell an album before it comes out, and then the album doesn't live up to the hype. So
I don't think the West Coast is going to allow it to happen. I think Kendrick could drop a shit sandwich and people are going to eat it.
Yeah.
I think he has that much of a buzz right now. I think he has that much favor over everybody in hip hop right now.
Yeah, you saying they're gonna hype the bullshit? I'm with you on that. I'm not mad at that.
Even if I'm not saying he's not capable of coming out with a great album, I think guaranteed it's gonna have its liking. But what I will say is he's got to stay in the. I think that he should stay in this realm of. He's got to continue talking about Drake. That's what I believe. I believe that's what it's going to take. I got to see what it's going to look like when Kendrick isn't talking about Drake.
Yeah.
And how his numbers of his music are going to be.
Yeah. That sounds about right. I ain't mad at it. But we'll see. I mean, they made this rivalry for a reason. So we'll see.
And we're all being reminded that Eminem has the biggest fan base in hip hop.
Yeah, he does. He's letting it be known.
Just letting everybody that's confused. I know some of y'all young people don't know this or not, but Eminem's fan. If you were an Eminem fan, you don't go anywhere. You don't switch up. Eminem's fan base doesn't switch over to other people like everybody else's fan base does.
Right.
It's real.
Yeah. Definitely. He gonna do what he got to do.
All right. As of right now, man, that's all I got to include on this rap beef. Unless you got something you want to touch bases on.
No, I'm good, man. We discussed that real well. I like it.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in to us. Hit that like button for us. And again, if you have any topics you guys want us to touch on, feel free to hit the comment box and let us know. I'm Jay Leno.
Jave.
This is Jave, and we out.
Mm-hmm.